Hi everybody, this is Professor Couture with a short video taking you through the syllabus in our course in corrections. This will tell you what is due when, where to find it, what your grade is based on. It also serves as a resource manual containing many very helpful strategies and resources for you to connect with in order to be successful in this course. It also contains policies of the college as well as policies in my class. So I'm going to start. I'm going to point out to you that there is a table of contents which is hyperlinked. So if there's something that you are looking for in particular, you can hyperlink to it through this table of contents. I'm going to take you first to where I think you most want to be, which is looking at what your final grade in this course is going to be based on. You'll see I'm on page 23 of the syllabus, and that's because all of the prior pages contains required information, policies, and resources. Your grade in this course will be based on 10% on attendance and class engagement through group presentations, which I will speak about in just a moment with more detail. You also have 6 assignments worth 10%. These are all on Blackboard in the graded assignments module. These are easy assignments. Easy way to get 100 on these assignments. Please make sure that you are organized, getting them in, and getting your credit that will help give you a little boost in your grade in this course. You'll also have 3 exams, 2 that will cover 3 chapters each, and the final exam, which will cover a total of 5 chapters, with some review and cumulative coverage, but certainly a heavy concentration on chapters 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. In addition, or finally, 35% of your grade in this class will come from your participation as either a judge, a probation officer, a defense attorney, a prosecutor, or a member of the parole board in 2 hearings. First, I want to talk about attendance and class engagement. You've all been assigned to a group or a law firm if you prefer. Groups A, B, C, D, and E in this course, I believe. In order to see what group you are part of, in order to find your group and the members in your group, please go to the Blackboard course website, click on the groups link, which is in the course menu along the left, and you will be directed to the name or the title of your group and the other group members. You'll meet your group members when you complete one of the first or second assignments in this course, and hopefully that will get you started. The importance of groups in this class are that generally each group that contains at least 6 members, 4 members, will be responsible for presenting typically 2 class engagement activities each class period, 1 or 2, I should say. Each group will be called upon to present their group's activities. You can do it individually or collectively. In order to get credit, the group as a whole must substantially complete and provide accurate presentation of material. Credit will be given to all group members who are present unless I am notified that a group member has contributed little to nothing for the work of the group, in which event I will undertake to have a conversation with the underperforming member of the group and determine the best course of action going forward. Materials and resources to help you get ready for your class engagement activities are explained in the handout Instructions for Class Engagement Activities, which is posted to the Blackboard site, and I will also be handing it out in class and speaking about it briefly when next we come together. If a group is unable to make a substantially complete and accurate presentation of their assigned class engagement activity, then the group will not be eligible for credit. Any member of the group who is absent from class will not receive credit. And in terms of the calculation of the grade and how it will affect your final grade, this class meets 3 times a week. Therefore, there's no penalty for the first absence. The second absence drops the maximum grade that can be earned in this category to 90%, the third absence 80%, the fourth absence 65%, the fifth absence 0%. Again, this would be this is the total score that would go into the 10% of your final grade that is attributable to attendance and class engagement. Please note, however, if there are extenuating circumstances that you feel I should be aware of and take into consideration in how this policy is impacting your success in this class, and the reasons that I might take into consideration extenuating circumstances, I encourage you to reach out to me and make me aware and have a conversation so that I can be fair. You'll find me fair and reasonable. I can't, however, help you or at least take into consideration some important factors that you want to call to my attention if you don't bring them to my attention. There are instructions and guidelines for working in groups, and those guidelines are on Blackboard in the module Graded Items in this course. And as noted, or as I think I've already made clear, the group as a whole will receive the same grade unless there's a non-participating member. Okay, the second 10% of your final grade comes from these 6 assignments. They are all relatively easy and an opportunity for you to enhance your grade, so please make sure that you are doing those in a timely fashion in a complete way. The exams are 45% of your grade, and the mock hearings, as I described above, fill out the remaining 35%. What is due when is in the course schedule, which begins on page 26. Our course meeting dates are in the far left-hand column. The middle column is what we're going to cover, and the far right column is what you need to do to be ready for class that day and what work is due that day. And so where it says what is due today, today means the day in the far left-hand column. So for the second class, what is due is the first day of class survey located on Blackboard in the graded assignments module and in the assignments folder. The second assignment is a flip grid introduction, which is due on Monday. And again, that is as all assignment materials are in the assignment folder located in the graded assignments in this course module, the first module that you see when you land on the site. Starting on Monday, September 9th, groups will be responsible for providing their class engagement presentations. Group A, B, and C is responsible for discussing and reviewing the James Bauer case, which is described, the questions are described on slide 32 in chapter 1. and the actual James Bauer case materials are handouts located in Chapter 1 Learning Module in Blackboard. For Monday, September 9th, Group D and E is responsible for presenting the connection between the criminal justice system and the criminal justice process. The questions are on slide 33 in the lecture notes for Chapter 1, and those materials, the lecture notes, are, of course, available on Blackboard in the learning module entitled Chapter 1, An Evidence-Based Approach to Corrections. Your assignments in this class for up through the first exam, including the class engagement activities, have all been provided. I am going to evaluate how this is working for you and make a determination of how best to go forward. There may be some changes with what the class engagement activities are and how they are allocated. That decision will be made based upon our experience over the first couple of classes, and I will let you know and post that up by September 30th at the latest. The other events in this class, the exams, other assignments, hearings, are all in the syllabus and noted as in red italicized type. Some other things that I want to highlight in the syllabus is starting at the top of page 7. You will see that there are a number of resource suggestions that I've made for you. Assistance with technology problems, what you need to be able to have in terms of technology skills and equipment. Please note that as in any criminal justice course, it's possible that we will be discussing topics or issues that deal with sensitive subjects, particularly for those of us who may have been involved in the criminal justice system, either as a witness, a victim, possibly an offender, a professional in some regard. So please be mindful of that and make sure you contact me if you have any questions or concerns. Please also note that if you do have general questions, not personal questions or questions personal to you, there is a questions forum in the course menu in Blackboard, and I encourage you to use that, since questions you have and my answers to you are likely to be helpful to other members of the class. If you want to know what we're going to be learning here, specifically what the learning outcomes are, they are laid out in pretty specific detail in pages 8, 9, and 10. You'll also be building some important skills, including job readiness skills or career readiness skills. Very important to make sure that you are getting ready for what's next, whatever what next may be for you. Some important information that I also finally want to bring to your attention is how to communicate with me on email. Kindly follow those requirements. The do's and the don'ts are pretty straightforward, and the email format and instructions are here. And finally, due dates and makeup work. Those policies are hopefully clearly set forth for you on page 17 and 18. There is the possibility to make up an exam, but it is limited and must be arranged within 72 hours of the scheduled date. Missed assignments can be submitted for up to a maximum of 72 hours late for a best score of 75%. And if there are circumstances or documented emergencies, which, for example, would include hospitalization or sadly and hopefully not happening, the death of a family member. Those would be considered extenuating circumstances.